Welcome to this look at the recently updated emergency pack from Creative Mesh, which is now out on console. With me, MrSealyp. It's here, ladies and gentlemen. The emergency pack by Creative Mesh, 203.92 megabytes download. This has had an update. Part of the update is console release. I'm on PlayStation 5, I'm on Elm Creek, I'm at the fire department, and it is out. This has been a long while coming to console. I'm not complaining about that. But it was FarmCon where I first saw it. I've deliberately stayed away from having a look at it on PC, playing with it on PC. I haven't watched anyone's videos on it, so this is me having a look at it for the very first time. I've got the vehicles out, we'll have a look at those and slot counts, and then we'll have a go at doing some of the scenarios. So what do we get in the pack? Well, if we go into our menu here and we go up and down where we would normally go to vehicles, normally go to tools, and you can find the stuff under there, that's no problem at all. But if you go down to mods and DLCs, depending on what you've got installed, and go to the emergency pack, it's easier then to just scroll through the stuff you get. So we've got the Stihl MS261 chainsaw, which you're going to need. We've got it's the company Schlingmann is the company that converts and makes the emergency service vehicles. So you've got Schlingmann HLF20, which is an MAN lorry. That one is 16 slots. It's 450 grand, as you can see, for the base model. And then we've got the Schlingmann TLF 3000, which is a Unimog. It's a fire mog. What I'm hoping, because we didn't get the Unimog mod a while back, that if we've got the Unimog from Creative Mesh that Giants have allowed, we get some more Unimog mods, because I absolutely love this. So this one is 14 slots, which also comes down to 420 grand for the base model. Now we've got a hose reel and we've got a traffic cart. These can be pushed, you could drive these like a vehicle. Both of those are 5 slots, which come down to 1. Now these are decorative objects only. When you go out on the missions, the jobs, the stuff you need to do will become apparent as we go out. Like I say, I haven't tried them yet, I haven't done anything yet, so we'll have a go. So as far as the reels go, we can change the main colour. We've got traffic or we've got fire. The fire red is a little bit darker, deeper, so if you're going for a fire engine, fire emergency vehicle, or you've got the traffic one, you can go for either of those. On the traffic cart, we've got the same thing, we can go for that or a darker red, and then design colour on the back, we can go for the luminous yellow chevrons on the back if you wish. If we go to the HLF20, standard design or special delivery, again with the main colour, slightly darker red. Rim colour, we've got a black, a white, a chrome, as well as the silver it comes with. Those are your options on there. And then this is the one I'm most excited about. I love the look of that. I think it looks absolutely brilliant. So we've got standard design, forestry. I think I went for the forestry just to give it a bit of protection anyway. Now license plate, this gives you where you place it. So you've got standard or lower, so you can have it on the bumper or up on the bonnet just above the grille. Those are 2 options on that. And then you've got standard design or special livery on that as well, again with the main colour. Design colour, this does all the chassis bumper work and stuff. Underneath you can have that black or white. And then rim colour, we've got a black, a silver or a white on our options. License plate on or off, and if you take the license plate option off front and back, then it will disappear from whichever position you have put it on. So if we go to the hose reel, enter vehicle, we can change camera, so we can go from that view to that view. We can just accelerate and brake, or we can put cruise control on to push it along if you want. And again, like I say, these are decorative, so if you want to go for a bit more immersion, you can exit the vehicle, and the same goes for the cones. Now you might also notice I'm wearing a firefighter suit. The firefighter suit is part of the update that came out today as well as this mod. So it's changelog and patch 1.13.1. Now this is in advance of the release of the premium edition, premium expansion next Tuesday. This has added a firefighting suit, some bug fixes and changes. I won't read all of it out. Some arena mode changes, some modding changes. Giants Editor 9.0.5 for map making. So yeah, this is just in preparation for the changes coming for the premium expansion. If we go here and we go down to these options and we go to our wardrobe and you go to outfits, as part of the update you've got the firefighting suit just there. There's no colour options on that, you get it just like that, and the visor is down all the time. I don't think, as far as I can tell, because I'm wearing it at the moment, as you can see, I can't do anything with the visor, it stays as it is. So if we go to the HLF20 first, we'll start it up. So let's have a look at some of these options. We've got our lights, I'll say our lights, that's beacons technically, so our flashing lights. Our lights, I like the fact you've got these long strip lights on the side of these, which is pretty cool. And then we've got our options. Unfold fire truck does this. Now, as far as I'm aware, I don't think we can remove the ladders, but we'll see if we get any. If we get a shout, we'll go out and we'll have a look. We can then, under L1 and right stick up and down, we can adjust our lighting rig, bring it up and down, and we can rotate our lighting rig. If we turn our lights on, you'll see our lights are on now. There we go. So that's our lighting rig, which we can then rotate. Under L1, R1, and that lighting rig, then we can bring up or down, and we can bring those lights in. If you look down from the top, we can adjust the angle of those lights as well as the tilt, like so, depending on what we're doing, whether it's at night and where we might need those lights positioned. So that's our lighting. If we go L1, R1, it says toggle sound group 1, and then a little bit further down it says switch sound group. So if I turn this on, this is for your siren, X. If I press square and square again, so if you find that too loud, oh there you go. If I press no, let's turn those off. I've just folded the fire truck up. Now, as you saw, we got a message came up there for an emergency. Now, you don't have to accept it. You can turn that off if you want to. Now, what will happen is once you've got the emergency pack installed, there's also an activation trigger. So you can go and activate a call if you want to. But with this installed and activated, at random intervals, you will get a call come out. Now, I'm sure somebody said a while back you can change the frequency of it. I'll show you around the back here. We'll show you the other fire engine in just a moment. I've put the activation marker around the back behind the fire station simply because I don't own the land there. You have to own the land to place it. This you'll find under build mode. We go along to tools and out on the end there. So emergency missions can be activated when you're entering the marker. If you don't see the marker, you have to enable the interaction zone markers to be able to see it. I have that on for my mod reviews and stuff anyway. 25, that's one slot anyway, so one slot to place. When you go up to it, we can just start scenario. I don't think there's any other option. If I start scenario now, we have an emergency, a fire has been reported, one or more straw bales are burning in a field, we will mark the location for you. I'm going to turn that off again. We'll stop that. Just going to show you the vehicle. So what I'm hoping to do is, I think there's four main scenarios with 10 options within that, I believe. If I recall correctly. I could have sworn I read that somewhere. But anyway, we'll see what comes up. And this is going to be one to play around with. Now, again, before the people start with, this isn't farming. There's no point. It's ridiculous. Why have we got it? Well, let's be honest. If you watch Tom Pemberton or anybody, millennial farmer as well, danger doesn't take a day off. Whether you're a civilian, a pedestrian, a farmer, whoever you are, accidents happen. Now, whether it be a crash on the way to somewhere involving a tractor or something, or just a vehicle, it could be trees blown down, it could be bale fires, it could be dumpster fires, it could be anything, anywhere. It happens. You know, emergencies do happen, and you need some way to respond to them. And again, you don't have to use this. If you don't want to use it, don't use it. You know, it's here. I think it's brilliant. It's a great addition. So, we've then got the TLF 3000, the Fire Mog. Again, very cool looking bit of kit. So, what we'll do, I'll just drive forward in that. So again, say beacons, but our flashing lights. If we turn our lights on, we've got a strip down the side as well, as you can see. The lights are all on. If we unfold this one, it does that. We've got a monitor which unfolds. Now, this is pretty cool. Under L1 it says activate monitor. Press square. Then under R1 we can adjust our monitor. Now I'm assuming we use that for putting out fires, and on the other one we get hoses. I don't know. We're going to check that out. So that's your monitor and adjustment of monitor. So let's deactivate the monitor. We can open and close covers, which does. I had them open. Sorry. Open covers does that. Close covers does that. Now, as far as I can tell, we've got no option under L1 right stick side to side. Oh, this is for our lighting rig as well. So we've got a lighting rig on this as well. As you can see, that turns on. Go with our lights. That's interesting because there's a lighting rig on the back there which doesn't seem to be activating. If I reverse, it's not reverse lights. If I go right the way through my light settings, that's all of them. That's curious. But this one again, up, down, left and right, and then if we go to L1, R1, we can adjust the angle on these up or down. And then we've got the same options for our siren. L1, R1, X to start it, square to change whichever one you want. And then when we want to fold the fire truck, fold the whole thing back up again, which folds up the monitor, the lighting rig, and everything in one go. So, the couple of times I got into these vehicles, I got a mission came up straight away, and I thought that's weird, I wasn't expecting that. But what we're going to do, we'll activate one, let's see what happens. Let's see what we get. Let's check it out. So, start scenario. So, fire, straw bales burning, yes. We've got a progress bar up the top. Let's open the map. Which one should we go with? Should we go with the fire mog? Let's go with that. Then we need to, right, pointing down. Check the map. Where is it? Right up there. That's where we're heading to. Now we could, if we want to, I think we can set a worker to go to that. Active workers, couldn't we? We could set destination. And that will go off on its own. I'm not doing this, that's going off its own. So you could, if you wanted to, if you want to take both emergency service vehicles, you can set a worker to go off to the fire and you can drive the other one if you want to. If you're playing multiplayer and you've got the Gportal pack installed, I'm going to dismiss that. If you've got the Gportal pack installed, you can have passengers, so you could run a fire crew. There you go. It's showing us where it is. Let's head over. Let's get our lights on. That's probably going to drive everyone mad, but we'll get there. I'll turn it off just for the purpose of this. Interior. Very cool. And I'll see you there in a moment. So it's in this field here. Oh, so we get straight to it. Extinguish fire. Comes up automatically. You see the progress bar. Now I'm sure it says in instructions, if you don't put it out completely, if you don't complete the progress bar, the fire can spread. I don't know how long it takes to spread. Like I said, this is my first time of doing this. Progress bar's almost there. I'm assuming when you have the accidents... I wonder, hey, let's try something. Can I do it with the monitor? Is the bar still going up? It looks like there's steam on it. progress bar going up? It looks like it is. So, right, so you can either do it when you go up to it, or you can do it from the fire engine with the monitor. That's pretty cool. Let's deactivate the monitor. Oh, that's interesting. Once I went back to the monitor, I've lost the option to do it with the hose from here. Something to be aware of. Unless we... Oh, no. You can switch to press up on the D-pad. Mission complete. That looks worrying to me. Is that complete? I assume that just disappears now, does it? Do we have to move it? Or are we just done? That doesn't stay there. That's a worry. Right, we're going to head back. Let's activate another one. That's a bale fire. What I might do before we finish this, I might do a bale fire and leave it and see what happens. So I'm sure it said fire spread. Was that dumpster fires? Anyway, let's head back. Let's go again. Start scenario. A fire has been reported. One or more straw bales are burning in the field. No, is that going to keep doing the same thing? There we go. We have an emergency. An oil spill was reported on the road. We will mark the location for you. Let's do it. Location has been marked. We'll grab the other fire engine this time. Oh, it's just up here. So I'm sure some of them you have to put cones out. I'm sure I read that. Because that would stop the traffic, wouldn't it? So what we'll do, actually, we'll park this up. Because obviously an oil spill at the moment is no big deal, potentially. But if we put the fire engine there, we're blocking the road, so nothing will be able to come past. Do I need to unfold the fire truck? Let's unfold it. We'll see. Let's hop out. What do we need to do? Ah, right, so place marker cone around the object. Apply the oil binding agent to the oil spills. This is madness. It's very clear, marks out what you've got to do and where you've got to do it. Did I miss some? Strong stuff. Do I put these away again? I guess when you leave, the contract ends and they'll go. I'm curious to see whether that bale's still up on the other field or not, but I assume once a new scenario starts, it removes the previous one. We'll get these out of the way just to be efficient. One more. Let's head back. Do another one. The sharp-eyed among you may have realised we're in a different location. Something I was curious about. Lots of curiosity today. I thought a question that people might ask is, okay, you're on Elm Creek. Will this work on any map? And I thought, okay, well, I can take that one further. Because For example, Western Wilds, the map I'm on here by Alien Jim, has some tracks but doesn't really have a road layout. So I don't know how this will work on here, so I thought we could try it out. It might be that you need to have a road layout for some of the road things to occur, but we'll go and have a look. So let's start a scenario. A fire's been reported, we've done that one. Let's do no. No. We have an emergency. A citizen reported a fallen tree in the street. We will mark the location. So I'm curious to see, because of the street situation, let's go with yes, or tell what I do need to do, which I haven't done on here yet. Let's go down to chainsaws, the MS261. Ah. That's the emergency services pack one. It doesn't really matter, I don't suppose. You can have any chainsaw, I guess. Let's jump in it. Let's go. Where am I going? All over there. I don't want to go through the crops, really. Let's see what's occurring. Is this inside or outside? Looks like it's inside. So I guess there'll be parameters added in. So like I said, this was one of the maps I thought, well, if any of the maps it's not going to work on, it's going to be this one. Whoa! That's okay. That's a bit bigger than I was expecting. Oh, marker counts. How many marker cones do we need to place? Whoa, automatically gives us it. So what do we need to do? Chunks or I don't know. So I guess the fact it's fallen down here, you know, the scenario would be that you're coming out here because obviously it's an industrial area, it's a risk to people and that kind of thing. If this is down across a road on a map you're on, you're out there to clear the road to allow traffic to go through. If it's in a farm area, again, just allowing the normal day-to-day flow of events to continue. Not sure how much of this we've got to do. The bar starts off and then kind of stops for some reason, which is a bit concerning. Kind of flickers. I hope this works. Right, I'll see you in a minute. Let's see if we can get this bar to go up a bit further. If you are unsure at any point of what you're supposed to be doing, if you go into the menu and down to the help menu, you scroll all the way down past all the information that's been previously there, and at the bottom you've got emergency pack information. Now there's an issue with this. It gives all the information you need there, but then under general settings, if I scroll down a little bit, it says there, operations can also start automatically and randomly. To adjust the times or to switch the automatic operations on or off, you can change the corresponding values in the settings. That's under general settings. If you want to receive information about the action steps during the operation, switch on the option info trigger in the settings. A selection of operations is also described in the chapter operations, which is fine. You can scroll down, you've got light systems, it tells you all about the various different things you need to deal with. Are you missing a specific emergency vehicle, or would you like to create your own operation? Emergency pack offers you the possibility to create your own So create and load your own vehicles and missions, and many emergency vehicles from the community are also available. Now, I think that is if you're on PC, you can set up your own ones, because as far as I can tell in here, you can't. If I go back here to general settings, so we've got game settings, statistics, and it's under general settings. If I scroll down my general settings, I don't have any of those. So I don't know if on console it doesn't have them, on the PC it does, or whether it's supposed to and it just hasn't done it. So potentially it might get another update. But if I scroll through my general settings, the picture it showed there was underneath the information for, was it logs? Wood harvesting. So under there, we go straight into sound. I've got nothing for the emergency services pack under general settings. So if I go back to there again, it's that section there. It says pager activated, pager intervals, info trigger. Hasn't given me any of that, which is curious. If I go here and we go back to, let's put info trigger on. Go back to general settings. Yeah, I've got nothing for emergency services pack. Let me go back up to the top again. So if anyone's curious, and I'm sure I'll get people commenting saying you can change, I've got no option to change it on PlayStation 5. I don't know if you have on anything else, but it's certainly not showing. And the game settings, if I scroll through the game setting options, crops and growth, vehicle control, I thought it might be under there. AI workers, we're back to the top again. So yeah, not sure about that. But if we come back to the menu again here, and if we go to operations, it then gives you the various different tasks and what you need to do to complete them. So we've got the bale one, we haven't done a vehicle one yet, the tree one, oil spill we've done, and then this one at the bottom there, it says not only responsible for rescuing people, but also sometimes animals. A cat can no longer get out of a tree on its own, it has to be rescued. Ladders and transport boxes can be obtained from the fire engine. We haven't had one of those yet, so I'm hoping to get one or other of those next. Now the one we're on now, the tree one, if you're worried about how you clear that one, you have to remove all of the wood from the area of operation. I was cutting up the tree and the progress bar was going down the other way. I thought, oh, maybe this one goes the other way, but no, you have to clear the logs out of the area and the bar will go up. So you don't have to cut them up as small as this. I just assumed you had to cut everything up really small. You don't, you just have to get everything out of the area of operation and it will complete the contract. This stuff here. I guess you could, oh there we go, there's a big bit there. I guess you could do it with a broom, couldn't you, if you brought a broom out? And there we have it. Do you know what it was? Frustratingly, this little chunk here had bounced over there. I moved everything else out, took me absolutely ages, and it's still, the bar wouldn't go, and I couldn't work out why. Now I can, if I want to as well, like I did before, remove all the cones, move them out to one side, but we are job done, so I'm going to head back. Let's see if we can get one of the other ones to come up. I'm not going to do all of them, we'll see if we can get a car one. And then you can come back, because all that stuff's still sat there. On the previous map, I did go back and check. Once a new mission started, that bale that was in the field, that disappeared. And when I then went back as well, the oil slick had disappeared as well. So they will go. I'm puzzled about that general settings menu. That's really peculiar. So I can't set the frequency. It will just happen regularly, or I can go and choose one. But I haven't got an option to change that setting at the moment. So this will be the last one I do. It'll be 4 out of 5. I'll leave the 5th one for you to have a go at. Oil spill we've done. Fallen tree we've done. Oh, burning pallet stacks. So we've got other ones then. Pallet stacks, I know there's dumpsters, so there are going to be, I'm sure I read 10. So you've got a burning pallet stack. That'll be the same as doing a bale. Let's do that. And then go again. Straw bales. Fallen tree. Pallet stack. Car accident been reported. That's what we're going to do. Yes, please. Drive to the location marked on the map. Right, so because I've put on the what was it called? Because I put the info trigger on, that gives you the hint. If I take that off, that will take that away. I'm going to take that off, so it'll be fine. Right, let's grab a vehicle. Is this the same location? Oh, there you go. Back over there again. Right. Whoa. Airborne. Pararescue. Airborne. I think this does highlight as well, if you're on a map that doesn't have a lot of roadways, it will set the scenarios in a location where it can. So if you're on a map like this and you do want to run it, you're going to be fairly restricted to the amount of places it will set them up, I guess. But it should work on any map. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. What have we got? Something a bit different, isn't it? Whoa, dude. Whoa. That's crazy. Person in there. So one. That's interesting. What's it not? Place the traffic cones around. Same as we've done before. Add support material to objects. Ah, there we go. Shows you where you got to put it in. One in there. Another one around this side. One there. Get the next tool from the preparation top. So I put that information back on. Whoa. Spread object. Where are we going to? There. That's the door off. Next one. Supposed to get all the doors, I guess. There we go. Next, spine board, I guess. Oh no, claw. That's what we've got to cut open. Door pillar. Oh man, this is horrible. This is very reminiscent. I had a car accident many years ago on the A303 near Salisbury, and that's cut me out of the car just like this. That's cut the door pillars, and they called the air ambulance, which was coming to get me, and is that done? And the air ambulance got called to a more serious emergency than mine, which was quite terrifying. Oh, we're going to take the roof off, are we? Trouble is, those doors there, can I put that away? Move those out of the way, there we go. Wasn't sure if we could do that. Let's get the doors out of the way. Let's go back to that. That's better. Next. Man, this is terrifying. I mean, it's amazing, but wow. You can rotate it. Can we rotate that? No. I wasn't sure if we could or not. That's incredible. I mean, just wow. Get that out of the way as well. Blimey. That's intense. I mean, properly intense. But anyway, that's where I'm going to end it. I've thoroughly enjoyed doing this. And like I say, checking the menu. I'm not sure what's going to happen about the general settings thing. But that's the equipment. That's, well, 4 scenarios out of potentially, I'm sure it said 10. We haven't done a cat stuck in a tree one yet. We haven't done a pallet fire. Oh no, that's what I was going to do. You know what? Before we go, let's do a fire and leave it and see what happens. Because I'm sure it says it spreads. I'm just curious. Let's go back, see if we can get one of those, and then we'll see what happens. There we go, a field fire. So, variations on a theme. Pallet fire, bale fire, and like I'm sure there's one that's it's dumpsters. We've got a field fire. So, we're going to accept that. Ah, right. So, no valid fields. Because I'm on Western Wilds, there's no actual fields. Are there? You have to make them yourself. So, another note then, if you're on a map like this or No Man's Land or something like that, you may have problems with some of the scenarios. Right, let's go again. We'll go with... no, we did straw bales, didn't we? Burning pallet stack. It might only be the field fire that... it might be the field fire that spreads. I don't know about the pallets. Is this going to be in the same location? Oh no, is it behind us? It's over here. Is it over by the sawmill? That's quite cool. So I'm not too sure then what happens if you leave it. Oh, it gets worse. That could be why. It'll take you longer. Because as you can see, as we've got here, the progress bar is up towards the top. But the longer I'm leaving it, that blue progress bar is dropping. And I guess it'll get to a point where the fire's out of control and you fail because you either didn't get there in time or you didn't get the fire put out in time. So you know what I'm going to do? I know this is very irresponsible. Don't try this at home, kids. I'm going to leave it and see what happens. I'll see you in a minute. We'll see what happens when the progress bar gets to the bottom, because again, I'm curious. Let's see what happens. Is it me or does that look worse already? The bar hasn't even gone down a third? And that's looking... Am I imagining that or does that look worse? I sped up time to see if it would speed up the progress or the decline or however you want to look at it. It's taking a really long time, so you've got plenty of time to get to these fires. You'd have to be on like a 16x map to not get there in time. It looks more intense. It looks to me like there's a lot more smoke. Yeah, that's definitely more, isn't it? I mean, look at that. It's nuts. In my head, I'm watching this thinking, I'm on Farming Simulator. That's crazy and awesome. I know for some people they'll be going, we're on Farming Simulator. That's ridiculous. Maybe. It's just gone down another notch. So this is taking a really long time. Like I say, I'm just curious to see what happens if the progress bar reaches right at the bottom. I'm assuming you fail. And then you don't earn the money for it. Do I keep going to the end? Yeah, go on, why not? Okay, I've been going for absolutely ages now. The progress bar dropped between 1/3 and 1/4, and it hasn't moved again since then. It's been a long time. The fire has definitely spread, as you can see. Now, I did wonder if it went down another notch whether the fire would spread out this side, but it hasn't gone down anymore. But the fire is definitely spreading. I'm not saying the progress bar won't go down to 0, but like I say, I've been probably well over half an hour now, and it hasn't gone any lower than that. So what I can do from now, if I want to, I can start to extinguish the fire. If I get a little bit closer, you'll get a bit of smoke and stuff. But it's going to take a lot longer. Assuming, of course, it will even go at all. We're getting steam. So I say, I haven't done all the scenarios, but I've done a few just to show you. I was asked, somebody messaged me literally just now. I got a direct message to ask, if you've started a mission, can you quit the mission part way through? And I'll be honest, I don't think you can. These are my options under my controls. So I've got my jump, I've got my crouch, I've got switch hand tool, L1 and R1, L1 and R1, R1. If I press circle, it just starts that off. I don't think, unless of course you go back and you start a new scenario, maybe. We'll give that a go. Just to answer a question, you know, if one person asks, likelihood is someone else might ask. So what I'm going to do, God blimey, that's amazing. That, and the fire, it looks a lot whiter, far more intense. That's incredible. Look at the amount of smoke coming off that now. As I said, that's taken a long time to get to there, so you're going to get to that fire. I can't get over how intense that looks. That's crazy. Yeah, so I'm thinking the only way potentially to do it is from here. And there was no option to change the menu settings from the activation point either. I think I mentioned that earlier, but... So if we go to here... There we go. So if you want to stop the scenario part way through, come back to the activation point, press L3. Oh, do you want to stop the mission? And it will stop it. Fire's now no longer blazing, stuff's gone, smoke and etc. has gone. So if you are curious, that's how you can do it. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. Like I say, I hadn't even looked at it at all, anywhere. So I just want to have a bit of a play around with it, and you came along joining with me while we do it. You've probably got more questions, jump on, have a play with it. There's a load more scenarios to try out. I haven't even done the cat one yet, which I'm probably going to do. Oil spill, so that's just come up randomly. Like I say, if you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.